So it is a support Lina, so they do not have a great setup here, unless Puppy gets a troll.
I think just with Shadow Fiend in the game, it's hard to justify not putting him mid. Oh, they just swapped heroes. So S4 is now the Nyx. The Nyx.
And who's the Lina?
I guess they're giving S4...
It's still Kuro.
Ah.
They might have actually just... It might have not been a sneaky thing. They might have just been debating how to do it. They were like, okay, well, what's the best setup here?
EG immediately looking to go into that dire jungle though. They're 5-manning towards the top lane
and Secret immediately.
Where Secret are waiting on the ramp, but this is gonna be something where normally there's that one hero position to scout out this rotation, but EG, even if they don't get a kill, they're just happy to get down some wards here probably.
LD, as much as I would love to stay in this amazing game, I'm gonna step out. You feel free to stay if you want. I'm gonna take a small break, and then I'll come back after the game is done. Sounds good?
I'll leave these two to it.
Sounds good.
I'll join you, my friend.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Alright, we finally get some alone time.
Yes. Dude, you are so tall compared to me. I feel like I'm not even that short. I want to let people know that I'm like 5'10", but I look like a midget here. I am LD. Thank you.
You're tall for a Korean person, you know? People in Southeast Asia.
In Korea, I'm a giant.
Yeah. I think to Southeast Asia. I feel like if you were there, in Southeast Asia in general, you'd be massive.
Yeah, I'm very tall there. Alright, so if you want to go over the lineups really quick.
Okay, we can do that. So Zai gonna be on the Bristleback. Level 1 Goof. Here's actually been trapped here in the river and not gonna be, well, we're gonna lose kind of vision there for Zai. As Arteezy gonna be playing the Shadow Fiend. He's gonna pick up the Bounty Rune, and mid lane Puppy gonna be doing the body block for your Shadow Fiend. Yep. And at the top lane, it's gonna be the Kuro Lina supporting the S4 Nyx, a safe lane farming Nyx Assassin. And the Radiant side. Do you want to introduce them, even though you don't think they're gonna win? We should have introduced our own team.
Why are you saying it like that?
Well,
like
no, you know, EG was my team, Secret was yours. Like,
okay, that's not how I'm looking at it. All right, so Universe is going to be playing the Puck off lane. Looks like with the Witch Doctor PPD. You've got Sumail playing the Queen of Pain mid, and you've got Fear on this Troll Warlord, and you've got AUI 2000 playing this Crystal Maiden right here.
Yep. Oh, okay. He's going to be doing some early jungle, trying to get fast level 2 mid lane. Okay, Arteezy, too easy. First Blood's the Queen of Pain. That just happened.
That is surprising. I don't think that should happen.
He went all in for that
all
kill.
in with the blink. There's no way that should happen, and that sets him back so much.
He wants to go
21
in once more.
gold
He
now.
needs to cancel this salve at least. He's not getting the kill.
No, he's got a bottle now too, and he's just wasted even more mana. If that, I don't even think all-inning it there. It was pretty low percentage, especially if you blink aggressively like that. He ate 2 raises by Arteezy. Not the kind of start that he wants, but he has to calm down, relax, things can still go okay. This is still a winnable lane.
Well, he's once again manning up. This time he blinks backwards, although there wasn't any mana for an Arteezy race there, so almost getting defensive when he doesn't need to at the same time, but as you said, it's going to just come down to remaining composed here for the young 15-year-old in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's probably the most interesting thing. He's been pretty composed after that they actually had a pretty good run in the first few days, so maybe that helps out his confidence and he calms down and says, okay, things are alright.
Just treat it like any other NEL game. You're just like versing Arteezy. He's probably done this many times before in NEL. Top lane. Uh-oh, Sumail blinks in aggressively. Arteezy going to turn around, throw some raises. Gets the triple raise, it looks like, but not enough damage coming out onto Sumail. But Sumail's lane effectively lost at this point. Meanwhile, Universe at top lane almost getting picked off. He needs to get the jaunt out. S4 not going to chase him down. Sal comes out and, well, EG getting pressured in both mid lane and top lane pretty heavily here. AUI's in the jungle, just has that Brilliance Aura up. He's doing pretty effective as far as just providing that support to his teammates. I feel like, how big a difference does something like a Brilliance Aura make in a game like this for your lane?
Not that much. The best thing, though, that AUI can do is just continue to stack for this SF, which he's doing right now in this jungle. Get as much farm as he can.
Well, the SF's on the dive.
Or no. The Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
Or your troll. That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I just woke up, dude. And so, if you play a really greedy support like this, you want him to get as much as he can. Get the boots, get a smoke. Maybe that's how they try to pick up on this Shadow Fiend. Like I said, the only 2 ways that you're going to beat him here is either you dominate him in the laning phase, which after that Bounty Rune and that first kill doesn't really look like it's going to happen. I mean, giving up a Shadow Fiend of all heroes, first blood solo, and he got the Bounty Rune, like this is the dream start for our tour.
Yeah, he's going to be feeling really comfortable. Puppy doesn't even have to really offer that assistance, which you sometimes see him like send creeps towards the mid lane, just throw a tornado, throw like a mana burn, just have that kind of shockwave spam, whatever it may be. But Puppy, he's stacking. He's doing just what kind of the CM is doing, stacking big camps.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, there we go. We got it right the second time.
Yeah.
Morning jitters.
By doing this, Puppy he's lowering his potential farm, but he's really setting up for Artur, which is what he wants. This Crystal Maiden, though, it's a really greedy pick. It doesn't do a whole lot in this game. I really feel like a Crystal Maiden against heroes like Bristleback, Nyx, Lina, she's just going to get blown up. So you have to get aggressive. And look, I think he's going to pop a smoke here, try to go around, but Puppy knows about this, and he's going to stand here to break it, actually. And he does. He should be able to see this coming. Sumail doesn't have the blink up. Does he commit for this? It's getting really close. Artur's popping bottle charges. The screen's going to pick him off. It was smart, though. Like, that was a good idea.
Well, AUI, if he went the normal smoke path up the ramp, it wouldn't have worked, but he went through the river and the reveal came a bit too late. Meanwhile, Puck going to get a kill on the Lina at the jungle here. That H-string allowed him to just chase down Lina, who was looking for denying the neutral camp. So EG, they bounce back a little bit here after a shaky start for Sumail in the mid lane.
That's so next level, though, by AUI. They were next leveling each other. He's like, I'm going to smoke. And Puppy's like, I'm going to wait on top of this cliff for you to go through. That was just Puppy actually waiting out the smoke timer. There was no creeps by him. He just sat up here and he was waiting for it to pop. Yeah, the CM, it's because it's so obvious. That's what the CM's going to do. He's jungling. He's staying off the map. He's going to create presence somewhere. There's no real point in ganking a Bristleback, especially for a troll Warlord. And so try to get some pressure on the mid lane, and it is successful, though.
And you can see, like, the CM, you know that CM's going to go at level 3, especially you can see the brilliance.
Yeah, you know she's going to gank is the crazy part.
You can check the scoreboard, you see level 3 here, and you're like, okay, that's CM. The only move the CM has from the jungle is to smoke wrap around mid lane. Yeah, that's the one play you have to make.
100% out of 100. Every single time you pick a CM, you go for that. The crazy thing is that it worked. Like, I'm still baffled.
I think ultimately comes down to the smoke through the river. And also the timing, like around the 4-minute rune, it's so predictable, but it still works. Top lane, meanwhile, S4. Oxy goes bottom, he's going to get jumped on as it's wants to try and man fight up on Kuro. Kuro's rotating, but he's going to give away a kill. Zai now in trouble as well. Fear going to get 2! Double kill for the old man. As EG get up 4 kills to 1. Things starting to stabilize here. If Sumail was a bit worried after that first blood mid, he can see that the other lanes are going well. He's now going to kill an RTZ. At this point, he's probably feeling very calm and good about himself.
Yeah, especially after that rebuttal kill and the way that the team is doing so far right now, he has to think to himself, okay, that was a little bit of a mistake, but it doesn't really determine the game. And Puppy can't really gank a Queen of Pain, so he's not feeling pressured at all. He realizes, all right, if I don't die in this lane, I'm perfectly fine, and he's going to get gone on too.
Oh, the cast being one of the greatest tools you can have against a Chen. Puppy going to, well, potentially look to deny himself. No opportunity to do so. Queen of Pain gets another kill. Just crisp play coming out of EG, looking to bring in those supports when they need to for those runes.
Yeah, and right now, the problem seems like the Lina this is a hero that you absolutely have to be ahead in to justify picking it this early. I just think that it's a really greedy support in general. He has no setup stun. Ganking a Queen of Pain, where's his targets really? He's not gonna kill a puck, especially with S4 playing a Nyx. Like, there's no real setup for that. You just phase shift dodge everything.
Yeah. So S4 is essentially the initiator, kind of, I mean, his normal role in the team. Just seeing level 6 now, does he look to go gank, or is he going to try farm up like a core item first? What's kind of his move in this game?
It's too obvious if he goes and ganks right now. What I would like to see S4 do is grab a TP, and then he has to do it instantly. I would probably go to the safe lane. The troll plays really far up, trying to zone the Bristleback out. If I'm S4 right now, I grab a TP at the side lane, I fog for half a second, and then I just TP out.
Well, for EG, they're going to be ready for those kind of movements here. The Nyx has been 6 for some time. AUI is still playing aggressive in this moment. He's level 5. He's got a lot of experience out of this jungle and just in general from the rotations he's made. So for EG, going to be pretty confident about how things have started off here. Sumail's kind of stabilized the mid lane. TC just going for those kind of basic tanky items. Has a Wraith Band and a Bracer on his Shadow Fiend just to try and stay alive from these kind of ganks.
Yeah, and so S4 has grabbed the TP. He is ready for any sort of rotation. I think you push this lane out. That's what he's doing right now. You let the Lina take XP, and then you just immediately TP down is, I think, the move. Troll, look how far up he's playing right now. Queen of Pain is a low percentage gank. You have to assume that a sentry ward's there. So back up S4, wait half a beat, TP bottom, and then go for the gank.
Yep. Well, it looks like S4 still looking to stay at the top lane for the time being. Figure taking a bit of damage down the bottom lane. Zai's time to stack up some boos and quills, and Fear may be back up here. Zai's got still a lot of mana here. Fear may just go down.
He's got 5 stacks on him too.
Oh, the TP coming in from the puck at the last second. There is a Dream Call available if he can get in range. He's going to all forward. No TP until now. The Nyx has some TPs, but it maybe is too late. Zai probably going to go down here. Fear turns around with a slow. Here comes S4 looking to get 1 kill or possibly a couple. He has to go going to catch both. He gets AUI and Fear. AUI, he's
getting body blocked here by S4. Lina shows up as well now. S4 wants AUI, the Lina right click, not enough.
It's gonna get him.
Oh, it doesn't do it. The cast. Oh, the cast now comes up from PPD. Kuro gonna go down. It's a disaster for Secret in the bot lane. They just got the Crystal Maiden with that last right click, but EG show up with a great TP from Universe. He was just a little bit faster than S4 in the rotation, and it made all the difference.
I absolutely think S4 should have TP'd down there earlier. Look how far up here was playing during that time. He hit the level 6 timing really well too, and look where the sentry ward is placed as well. If he just walks forward, ganks the troll there away from the tower, that's a really safe kill for Secret. But by allowing the chase to the tower, by Zai just kind of overextending just a little bit, he has to know that's going to happen. Puck is the best counter-ganker in the game. Like as soon as he hits 6, he's going to grab a TP, he's going to look to rotate.
Even when the Puck TP was visible for Secret, I think it was like a good 1.5 to 2 seconds before S4 TP'd. It still wasn't instant even when they knew the Puck
Maybe he just didn't think he was going to catch up.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what the next move for Secret's going to be. The Chen is level, well, really high level in the jungle. They're getting a lot out of that, but we haven't really seen Puppy have much of an impact. He's level 7, has the Hand of God as far as, well, once it comes off cooldown, but in general, Secret playing from behind now, and this is, well, not a new thing for them. They've had some games where they've kind of started off slow. The game against CDEC where it felt like they maybe should have lost, and we'll see what they can do here against EG.
I think Puppy actually stacked for himself. Judging by the amount of golden levels
yeah,
he has, I think he just used the double Wild Wing Rippers. Say that fast 5 times. Wild Wing Rippers to stack for himself, and then he cleared it with that. Because Arteezy looks really far behind right now. And on this high ground right here...
Okay. Arteezy gonna go down, tries to get the counter kill on PPD. Do you feel like that's the right move? Giving it, Chen taking it and trying to get the fast mech versus Arteezy getting on the Shadow Feed?
I guess if you think that Shadow... I think that mech right now is more important than anything that Arteezy's gonna grab, so yeah. Getting a 11-minute mech on this Chen is pretty crucial, especially just because Chen hasn't been able to gank any lane. But realistically, where is he going to go? So you might as well just get guaranteed farm. But the trade-off here is that your team's going to do a little bit weaker. They've sent Kuro in instead every single time. I don't even know how Kuro is level 6 right now, by the way. Like, that's actually absurd, considering every single gank I've seen him do has been unsuccessful so far.
He's had the pull camps to himself, but yeah, it seems a bit crazy. Secret are surprisingly getting their levels, getting at least some basic farm and core items on all their heroes, like Kuro just having an urn, S4 is up to level 9. Across the board it feels like Secret are at least not getting completely demolished here. Their supports are far more farmed than the EG. Looking at their supports, like 1,300 net worth apiece, when Chen is 3k net worth, Lina has 2.2k. It's not exactly as clear-cut an EG lead as it may kind of appear based on the kills and the fights we've seen so far.
Yeah, Puppy's almost got core farm. So when you've got that much on your Chen, you're never too far behind. But remember, Chen isn't a hero that scales too well late game. You absolutely need to hit this mech timing and start going around the map accomplishing things. The problem though in picking Chen this early is that EG seemed to know they were actually going to give up the Chen, and they picked a lineup of cores that are really difficult to gank. They've got a Queen of Pain. How do you gank that with the Chen? You have no real setup, except for S4. Like, you're never going to hit a Lina stun without him seeing it from Fog. You've got a Puck who's not even worth ganking, I think, at this point. It's so low percentage. And you've got a Troll who's just naturally tanky. He's got 1,000 HP. The whirling axes make everything miserable.
Yep.
Like, it's just not an ideal Chen game.
Not to mention your 2 supports. You got Cask and Frostbite.
Yeah, exactly. You're just giving up a creep at that point. So the plan is grab this mech and just push. I don't... Yep. Maybe you go for a smoke gank and then go for the push, but regardless, you are looking just for the straight up push.
They could quite easily take Roshan as well. They've got the Bristleback with the Goo, the Shadow Fiend. No points in the aura just yet. He's just hit level 9, may pick up his first one now, but that's the other option for them as well, if they can try and get in there with maybe 3 heroes and show like Kuro the mid lane on the Lina and Nyx at top lane.
Yeah, they actually haven't shown, they don't have any wards in the secret jungle, so they might just think that SF is doing the jungle and Zai is doing the Ancients, and they're like, okay, this is a really good timing, and that is what they're going to go for. I guess straight up pushing into EG's lineup is also really miserable. There's just so much wave clear on their end.
EG seem to be moving to at least check this one out. They're going to walk past an illusion, and that illusion is there to scout this one. So
they know our tour too well.
It's the catch-up road, and they're not going to allow that to happen.
This is the classic C9 work behind
They now have a fight brewing it near the point. House bounces between 2 and Arteezy locked in place and heals from the Chen. This is all they've really got from the Chen. Now the man foil, oh my gosh, S4 locked in place in the death of what he killed the Vendetta just to stay alive. Instead, now it's Arteezy. Focused by Queen of Flame puts the high ground to Lagoon, but will come out on top. Bringing down the second hero and EG out.
lasting secret here for the start of this fight. Zai now going to look to kind of switch targets here. It's got a lot of durability with this bit booster of his, but he may have kind of overset and want to get sent back by Puppy on the Chen. That'll be enough to at least kind of have a slightly even trade with Secret. It's a 2-for-1, but the gold chain's somewhat even.
Yeah, I guess Secret lost the Shadow Fiend, and Alina at this point isn't too big of a deal. It's pretty inconsequential. Essentially, you're trading core for core. The support is just token gold, but I feel like Secret could have fought that a lot better. They grouped for the 3-man coil, and then on top of that, Artur just started slowly moving towards the Death Ward.
They had nothing to stop the Death Ward.
Yeah, they weren't going to be able to stop that. There's only the Lina, but she has to play super far back. It was just a really well-played fight by EG. They get the 3-man coil off, they lay down the Death Ward really far away from the coil actually, and they were just able to isolate the heroes from Secret.
Well, off of that, EG just going to back off, look to get the next couple of crowns. Fear farming very well in his Troll Warlord. Has 1500 gold after the phase. Helm the Dominator will be built into a Yasha. We've seen like a few kind of Shadow Blade type builds from him in an occasion on the Troll, but this is going to be a kind of more just well-rounded control, not going for that high play.
Yeah, I don't think you build Shadow Blade into a Bristle and SF. There's no real point. And Nyx is a difficult hero to gank in general, off the bat. Maybe you could punish the Shadow Fiend by getting one, but I don't think so. Especially if Arteezy just gets a Yules, you just Yules the Troll and run away.
You think that's going to be the item here for Arteezy on the Shadow Fiend? He has got the Sage's Mask. Is this a Yules, or is he just trying to... he's not completing his ring back core, so...
Yeah, I think it's definitely a Yules game. A BKB here doesn't really help you too much. The damage from the Troll is still too insanely high. The Death Ward, it looks like EG are going to go for a Roshan of their own. See, this was a smart Roshan. You've got firm control of the map, you've just taken a fight, and that's going to dissuade Secret from going for this fight. If they do fight for a 2 as well, it's just going to be way too late. They've got perfect vision for the Roach Pit. But Secret have devoted so many heroes, they've smoked out 4 as well here. They have to go for something. Looks like they are looking for a fight. Zai is just going to push up, but they are walking into a high ground here. I don't think this fight values Secret Secret whatsoever.
Here comes the wraparound from Puppy. He's going to run into AUI. The Impale catches 2 really nice from S4. Both supports kind of isolated, and I think EG off of that may just cut their losses.
That was so smart from Secret. They split their cores by running forward, and then they created a death trap. I thought that fight was going to go terribly for them at first, but then they just split around and outmaneuvered. And when you've got that many creeps by Chen, like what does the Witch Doctor cast do in that situation?
I think also importantly they knew Universe on the Puck he was kind of farming the top lane and rotating through the jungle, but he was still a very long way away.
Yeah, you definitely need the Puck there for that. I think he should have TP'd just with the protection. But even I didn't think that Secret was going to go for that after the Roche fight. EG probably just thought, okay, we have an Aegis. There's no way that they take the fight here, right?
Well, Secret off of this, they're pushing into an Aegis right now. While trading towers for the time being. They take the tier 1 bottom. S4 looks to go top to defend and look for a deny himself. Has got his Blink Dagger up, so EG need to be a little bit careful as far as pushing out this lane and getting caught out.
Thoughts on this Queen of Pain Orchid?
Middle tower has fallen.
I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you not feel like it's an Orchid game? And that's from Universe gets caught. That's some greed going for that tier 1 tower.
Top tower has been denied.
I feel like against Secret's lineup, it's not the best item.
SF, who you know is going Yules, Bristleback, who's just naturally tanky. It's good against, I feel like, the Nyx alone. But
Nyx has a Blink Dagger now. I guess Lina dies to everything, so it doesn't really matter. I feel like a BKB or an Axe, especially an Axe, I feel against the type of lineup that Secret has, would probably be better suited. It gives her tank without having to force her to hard commit to something like a BKB, which would put her a little bit all in for the early game.
He's going to get really fast, so we can transition to the next time. It's more like, it's not like you're normal Orchid and then you get lots of kills off of it. Like you start ganking the Storms and other heroes around the map who are very prone to getting ganked by it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he gets it here and it works off, because if you have a Chen and a Bristle and you're behind in the game, look at what Secret are doing right now. They've devoted all 5 heroes to the jungle / Ancients, so maybe you look out for the guy who goes for the Ancients or shows up in the lane by himself, knowing the rest of Secret, if they're not showing on the map, they're just farming the jungle out.
He also doesn't know that Arteezy's going for the Yules just yet. It's been entirely kept hidden on the courier, so...
I mean, you can kind of guess by the game. The only other item he'd get is a BKB, and if he had the Ogre Cloak, he'd have gone for it by now. Yeah, because he needs the HP.
Right, well, EG going to look to making their move out on the map. Right now, their vision's been very limited to their side and fairly defensive. That's where they haven't been able to find too many pickoffs or get aggressive. But they want to try take control of the enemy jungle, use this Orchid offensively as much as possible. But
Got to be a bit careful here. Zai's going to be the one they kind of run into, and he scouts it from the high ground.
Run away, Zai. Yeah, at this point, EG realize they've got a lot of map awareness. They realize that all 5 heroes of Secret are in the jungle. They're gonna try to evade. Somehow Secret get out of that just fine. So a little bit more control. It looks like they already go for this top lane though.
Yeah, I feel like for EG, even not getting a kill with that smoke, they still get this tier 2, they get some deep wards down to the end of the jungle.
Yeah, they quickly pushed out really nicely. Zai does have this, S4 does have the Blink Dagger available to him, but Sunel has to look at it as well.
They're setting up, they're going to blink in, can impale onto Fears on TP. They want to bring down the witch on the south. Exhausting PPD. This one trying to hightail him out of there. Fear just manning up with the Aegis, and he can just keep on fighting, but they've lost the rest of his team. Queen of Fate and Witch Doctor get blown up. Another 2-hero impale from S4.
He's got to go for
it. Vendetta. It's catching everyone. Fear's still in the backline trying to 1v5 it up. AUI with the freeze still gets cancelled by Erlina. It's a team wipe from Secret. EG get destroyed. What happened?
The quills! There's so many charges.
Oh,
he just kept doing it over and over again. They didn't realize Sumail got so low. I mean, this is the problem I feel with the Orchid. It just doesn't really provide a whole lot. Who do you Orchid there, right? The SF instantly uses himself. The Bristleback, is it really worth it to use it on him? S4 just stayed in the far back, waited for his opportunity, catches 2 heroes in the backline. That's what he's going for right now. He's just trying to obliterate the backline. He's not even bothering using his ultimate because he assumes that EG just has a bunch of sentries, and they do. And just the sheer amount of quills that he shot off, and the Shadow Fiend being able to pop his ultimate, getting a raise off as well. It's just too much damage right now. Pushing into this kind of lineup, it feels, is just a little bit too dangerous.
That's with an Aegis there, and yeah, they kind of just let Fear do his thing on the front lines, knowing that they can outlast him, bring down the squishy heroes further back, and with that, Secret get a lot of momentum going their way.
I mean, Troll looks a lot less scary when he loses his Witch Doctor and his Puck. Yeah, like you just kite him non-stop there, and that's exactly what he did. He didn't have enough targets to go for. How are you going to kill a Bristleback? He just turns his back to you. Waves your way.
That Bristleback just clean house there. We'll see Tusk gets put out as well this time around. It's, well, Kuru's Lina getting the kill, but there will be a counter kill here. Kuru going to look to just turn and do as much damage as he can. The Death Ward from the higher ground. PPD going to get 1 kill on the Lina, but will pay for it with his life. Zai with a BKB, just manning up. He's going to go for AUI as well with the maxed out move. AUI just taking huge damage here. The BKB hits, so Zai's going to be careful. He may have overextended.
Uh-oh. He blinks for the front as well, catches him. That's an unstoppable streak for Sumail, by the way.
That was a really costly mistake from Zai.
Radiant's middle tower.
That wasn't the move. That definitely wasn't the play. They do get the mid tower though out of that, and that helps so much just for control. If they want to go for the Roshan, they've taken out both tier 1s in mid and bottom, so it's a lot more difficult for EG to contest that. I guess it's worth it, but you did use a 10-second BKB charge to kill the Witch Doctor and kind of go for the CM. Yeah.
Actually, I mean, at this point, like the kill whether CM lives or not, the big thing is there the Bristleback dies, and EG Sumail suddenly up to 2k gold, so he can transition to that BKB you talked about, or the Ag Scepter, whatever his next item of choice will be. So for EG, how do you feel like they kind of scale towards the late game? Like CM and Witch Doctor late game with farm sounds amazing, but the CM, one of those heroes notorious for being really bad in a late game scenario.
I think Sumail has to go for a BKB here, but it's not the ideal choice. And the problem right now with EG's lineup is they don't really have a hero that can.
Great play from Universe. He was there to cancel the Requiem of Souls. Fear, knowing his buddy was there to back him up, and well,
just too over-aggressive by RTC. But he kind of assumed that Universe was there. That was pretty unexpected.
He didn't have any. I think he had no way out anyway, so he's like, I may as well go for this.
Yeah.
Because it's like, Fear knows the damage and what SF can do there. He's seen this countless times from his own teammate, from RTZ.
If you've been playing pubs in the last 3 weeks, everybody knows what damage
if he's running at US and SF, chances are there's someone else there who's going to cancel that combo, but what else can RTZ do?
Yes.
Maybe he yields his Fear and tries to TP out, but if the puck's there, then he's going to cancel the TP, so.
But who on EG's lineup really benefits from the Troll, as I was saying earlier, in the late game? The Queen of Pain sort of does, the Witch Doctor ult, you know, doesn't do it, it doesn't change anything. I guess it sort of helps Puck become a DPS scaler, and the CM, it just doesn't do anything. Oh, and he gets the deny off as well. That's just so much damage on him. So late game, I feel like it favors Secret by a pretty decent margin, actually. I think the Bristleback especially is going to be so hard for EG to deal with.
That seems like the main problem here, because even the Secret have like a Chen who doesn't go that well to the late game. Even the Nyx Assassin is much more that kind of mid-game initiator, but S4's got a lot of farming up his hands, and just being that initiator, the spammable Mana Burn against the Queen of Pain is going to do huge damage in a late game scenario as well, and that's this Mana Burn in general, great against Puck and Quap. This is like a mini Laguna Blade to throw on top of their other nukes. Yeah, and speaking of Laguna Blades, once Kuro gets an Aghanim Scepter, and judging by the way that Secret always plays, he's going to grab one sooner than later. That really helps against heroes like Queen of Pain, the Troll, when they get BKBs, and especially when it goes to 5 seconds. You've got the Lina ult Ags just to stop them. Yeah. Tell them, okay, you're at half HP, run away, and then once the BKBs flare out, you've got a lot of heroes that can chase. You've got 3 Blink Daggers actually on the way of Secret. You've got one on the SF, one on the Nyx, and one on the Lina actually. And when you've got that kind of mobility and chasing, late game fighting for EG, they have to hard commit to things. Yeah.
I mean, just look at the net worths here. Secret supports almost like doubling the net worth of EGs. What is it about like their playstyles that kind of causes this to happen, do you feel?
Good mobility, good rotations, being able to back themselves up in fights. Things of that nature are always going to help. Not getting flustered especially. It just looks like they never really worry too much if they're ahead or behind. They always know, stick to the game plan, stick to the script, and that seems to help them more than any other team.
Well, for Secret, they're going to continue to do their thing, and the net worth for Bristleback continuing to climb, but it is Troll and Fear who's topping the net worth here.
Yeah, he's got a lot of farm. He got the Roshan as well, I believe. I think the only fight that went really badly for him was the one at top. Yeah. He did die early in the lane, but he was top farmer for the most part. And now Fear, I feel like this is EG's timing. You've got your BKB on your Troll. Nobody else benefits from your ultimate. You've got an Orchid on the Queen of Pain. She's about to pick up her BKB as well. I feel like this is the timing. You grab both BKBs on both your cores, and you just make a move for it right now.
Roshan will be respawning fairly soon as we go into the... Actually, it's back now, and Secret looking to take it themselves. And I think EG are not going to let this go down without a fight.
Yeah, especially with both BKBs flying. I don't think you wait for the Queen of Pains. You have the one on Troll already. The coil is missed on S4.
That's costly now.
They definitely need that to fight.
They don't get into the Rose Pit in time. It's too late. Roshan goes down.
There's no way. They're going to have to hightail it right now. Fear should be fast enough, but he gets Yule's up. He has to pop the BKB. Get out of here, buddy.
Okay, he pops it just for the impale here. Universe Blink, he gets hit by the Carapace, so now Kuro going to blow up your puck. Great play.
That's the gem as well on the ground. Fear's getting really low. They do manage to pop it out. Arteezy's actually getting into a right-click fight with him. Are they going to be able to get it off? No!
Ooh, just barely TP'd out of that one, but Secret still come out on top with an Aegis, with a gem, and with 3 hero kills to their name. Oh boy.
That is a swing and no work. They've lost 1,000 gold. They gained 1,600 on the side of Secret. Fighting against this type of lineup, especially when you miss that coil, that was the crucial moment. Roshan, regardless of where it's at that point, you hightail it. You can't fight that. You don't know. You're completely blind. It's not like Chen where you can send a creep in to check. At that point, it was hard commitment. And once you've lost that puck ult, how do you actually fight? That was their best chance because there's no BKBs on the way of Secret right now. So if they were able to get that puck ult off, if you notice how far the Witch Doctor played up, he was just looking to abuse that coil plus combo, and then he realizes, okay, there's nothing coming. Maybe he didn't know, but he played so far up, and at that point, they weren't getting anything out of that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like EG were just kind of, they half-assed it. They didn't fully commit to contest Roshan. They wanted to just try and test the water, see what was there, and
you can't test the waters against the Blink Daggers.
You had to go all in, especially when SF doesn't have a BKB. You've got disables for it. They're now able to defend their tier 2 top tower. Puppy with an Ag Scepter has this ancient Granicon just poised in the front line. See, they go and get the Dream Ball now. Opening his Puppy though, Sumail in the front as well. Bristleback just going ham here. He's doing so much damage. Brings down Sumail with one last right click, and TPD next in line for the Cleaver. Bristleback just spraying everyone down. And now, well, the rest of EG looks soon to fall as Arteezy gets one last raise, and he's going to bring down Fear as well. It's a 5-man wipe. Ultra kill for Zai. The Zai Bristleback strikes again.
It's just not a lot of heroes that can do anything to him. You have to rely on the Witch Doctor ult for damage, but he's only level 11. He's got Power Tread. He's built a full poverty build. He's got Bracer. He's fully upgraded his Magic Wand. There's just no way to stop him right here.
Well, that's the GP call, and Secret continue their undefeated run here at the Dota 2 Asia Championship, going 14-0 in the group stage. Just one match remains against VGA.
The snowball factor wasn't enough for EG. I think Crystal Maiden especially is kind of an all-in hero. It's why it's not picked a lot. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know about you. They have the Witch Doctor ready to counter the Chen. It's not like you should pick the CM just to counter the Chen, I feel. And it did manage to kill the Shadow Fiend once, but the overall layout and the picks itself didn't seem to lend itself well to being